Margaret Tone News. Well, I love the sound of the snow. It's so beautiful. So, yeah. Today was my dad's funeral. I just find it very interesting that we have a snowstorm here today on the funeral day. So, yeah, there was that was my whole childhood, really, is snow and ice. And especially all the years in Valdez, Alaska. There was so much snow there. Yeah, as we know, I love the grainy videos. I do. I like the imperfections, and I really like to think of myself as more of a gypsy than anything else. Anyway, I saw a picture of my dad laying in his casket, and he looked so happy. I thought, wow. He always kind of looked mad most of the time. So I thought that was pretty nice that he looked happy in his casket. Yeah. Maybe he's happier wherever he went. I'm out on the back porch just because I wanted I wanted to hear the snow. Anyway, I'm wearing my 40 below coat that my brother gave me. He gave it to me when I was in Anchorage. I thought that was the nicest gift ever, because I was always complaining that, those ratings don't really work. I always said, if it's a 40 below coat, it'd be great for 10 below. And now that I'm 54 years old, it's like, I don't know, probably 25 degrees out here, and I'm like, this is perfect. This 40 below coat is perfect. So I really think it's really relative. Here's my 40 below coat. Isn't it nice? He bought it at REI just for me. It's a very warm coat. I thought that was so amazing that you can just rate coats, like how warm they're going to keep you as according to what the temperature is outside. Like I said, the rating doesn't actually work, but it gives you some kind of a clue. Like for someone like me who gets cold super easily, a 40 below coat would never work in 40 below weather. In fact, I used to steal Dad's coat when we lived in Valdez, and it was really cold outside. Maybe say it would be 10 below. It didn't get that cold in Valdez, but it never got 40 below in Valdez. So, if it was 10 below or something, I would wait for Dad to go to work, because he went to work at 8 a.m. and I went to school at 9 a.m. And so as soon as he went to work, then I would sneak into his closet and I would get his huge parka. I mean, that parka was amazing because he used to use that when he worked on the North Slope in Alaska. And the North Slope is really cold. It's like brutal, brutal cold. I never went up there, thank God. Anyway. Yeah, but that coat had a fur ruff, for one thing. It was huge, and it kept me warm. Like, I felt like I was indoors when I was wearing that thing on the way to school. And then I would top it off with his bunny boots. I would get his big, huge parka and his bunny boots. Yeah, that's why I wanted his bunny boots after he died, but apparently someone else got to him first before me, which was really a drag. He said that I could have them, but I guess his friends got them. I don't know, but they're gone. It's really a bummer because I wanted those bunny boots. Anyway. And the bunny boots kept my feet warm. That was another problem I always had, is my feet were always cold too. It was horrible. That's why I was so glad to move to the Seattle area. God help me. I felt like I landed in heaven. I mean, it never got cold here either. It was like 40 degrees above zero. And people here were like, oh, it's cold. And I would just laugh. I was like, oh, are you kidding me? 40 degrees? So, and then, so I'd get to school and it was really hard to fit that giant coat into my locker. I mean, it was a huge coat. I think it came down to my knees and it went over my hands, which was perfect. And, yeah. So then I would get home. I got off school at 3:30 and Dad got off work at 4:30. So it was just perfect. So I get myself all wrapped up after school and walk home all toasty warm. I felt so good in that coat. Oh my God. It was so amazing. And then I would put Dad's coat back in his closet. And I would put his bunny boots back in there. And then, this is the funny part. He would get home from work and he would say, Margaret, have you been wearing my parka? I said, oh, no. Why, no, I certainly haven't. Because he never would willingly share it. And I was just beyond cold. I was desperate. And then he would say, Margaret, have you been wearing my bunny boots? Oh, no. I certainly haven't. But I am telling you, I enjoyed wearing those so much. My God, they were amazing. Like, my feet never even thought about getting cold with those things on. Not even once. I mean, literally, it felt like I was indoors. It was incredible. So yeah, I'm guilty. Guilty of borrowing the bunny boots and the giant parka. I think that was like a 70 below parka or something. It was incredible. The legendary parka. Yeah, it was amazing. I can't even remember what he called it. I don't remember if he called it the 70 below parka or... I think it has a special name, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I ever had to be in 70 below weather, I would probably just die. That was, ugh. Yeah. And then I sang a song for Dad. One time when I went to visit him, I was listening to my new Narinjan album, and I sang him this song. And he was so happy, he just closed his eyes. And he sat back and listened to it. It's called Chatara Chakravarti. It goes like this. Chatara Chakravarti, Chatara Chakravukate, Sayambhav Sabang Saravarada Saravarachugate, Dukalan Pranasi Dealang Surupe, Sadayanga Sange, Abangam Vibhute. Chatara Chakravarti, Chatara Chakravukate, Siyambhav Sabang Saraparada Saraparachukate, Dukalan Pranasi Dayalang Surupe, Sadayang Sange Abangam Vibhute. Well, I guess Dad went to heaven. Without me, of course. I'll get to go soon enough, I'm sure. Except for I want to be at least 120, so I got a ways to go. As long as my guts hold out, I think I should be able to make it. Yeah. Can you imagine me living to 120? That'd be cool. I doubt that's gonna happen with my eating habits. I don't smoke, so that's a bonus. Oh, and I don't drink alcohol because I get drunk super fast and it's just awful. One time I drank a kombucha at the store and I drank like half of it because I was super thirsty. By the time I got to the register, I was so drunk. I was laughing like a hyena. It's horrible. Oh my God. And you know, they don't even tell you that that stuff has alcohol in it, but it totally does. I can't believe that this got slipped through the cracks of regulation. I learned my lesson, man. I had to sit outside at the outside tables laughing my brains out for half an hour solid, so I didn't dare start driving. I was like, I got my money back. I did not want that kombucha drink at all. Oh, Lord. Yeah. But I just started following the medical medium. So, you know, maybe I can, maybe at least I could make it to be 100. That would be cool. Yeah. 100. Could you imagine it? Freaking A. I could be 100. Oh my God. That would be fun. Can you imagine all the stuff I would know? Oh my God. By that time, I could be doing all kinds of cool stuff. One thing I want to do, somehow I want to do like a gloves. Yeah. Something about keeping people warm. I don't know. I have the same 9-star key as Mother Teresa. So, I kind of am designed for that kind of thing. I like giving gloves away. I have this one neighbor kid, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get her some gloves. I don't even know where to buy them because her hands are so tiny. She's only 2. Anyway, yeah. I want to do more, like, gloves ministry. I don't even like the word ministry. It's just so stuffy. I just want to hand out gloves so people don't have to have cold hands. wow, I really look yellow. I think it's just the lighting. Not like I'm getting liver failure or anything like that. Man, one thing I really miss is spinning around with the snow in the car. Oh my God, it's so fun when you're driving. It's just like, oh, in the new cars, they don't have the handbrake in the middle, so you can't just like gun it and then pull the brake and spin it around. Like they sucked all the fun out of it again. The world needs to be more fun. They need to quit sucking the fun out of everything. You know? Like it used to be we could roll up our own window. Now it's like, God forbid you should forget and then you leave all the windows open. You have to get back in the car. Start the car. Back in the olden days, if you forgot to roll the window up, you would just roll it up. But no, you have to get back in the car, start it, push all the buttons all over again. It takes longer. There's some kind of universal balancing principle that happens every time. You know, if you think you're saving time, well, think again. It's not going to happen. Well, maybe it's entropy. I don't know what it is. One of those principles. Anywho. Isn't the snow amazing? Look how pretty it is. Margarettown News. The day of Dad's funeral. Yeah. I don't really travel very well. I think me living to 100 is probably a pipe dream. But hey, at least I have a dream, right? That's what I always said. If you don't have a dream, it sure is not going to come true. Right? It's impossible if you don't dream it. You have to dream your dreams if they have any chance whatsoever of coming true. Yeah, my lungs don't do too good in the cold, and it's not even very cold out either. I think it's like maybe 25 or something. Well, the snow is really coming down. It's so pretty. Yeah. I've been using near infrared lamps for heaters this winter. And boy, they really are saving my bacon. Oh my God. I just love being out here. Especially, I just think it's so amazing that the day Dad's funeral is. So when the snow comes. It's just like, there's just an organicity to life, an organizing principle. It's a lot greater than we are. All I can say is I'm glad I don't live in that climate anymore. It was so really brutal. And everything was so extreme. And Dad saved me when we went clam digging once. I would have died if it wasn't for that. Because the whole family had already gotten to the beach and I was still out on the mud flats, and they had already reached the stage of when you get stuck in the mud, you can't get out. I was really panicking, and then Dad turned around and saw me. And he came back and got me somehow. I couldn't believe he could even walk in that mud, but he did. So, anyway, he did. He walked out and he pulled me out of the mud, and we got back to the shore. Yeah. That's one thing, if you ever go to Alaska, don't walk on the mud flats. Because every year there's several people that die doing that. Because the flats are hard. And you go out there and you're walking on them and you think, oh, I'm just walking on the beach. Well, you are until the tide starts coming in, and then that mud turns really soft for a few minutes till you get stuck in it, and then it turns to concrete again and your legs get stuck in there, and then the tide comes rolling in. I can't even imagine that. That must be a horrible way to die, but a lot of people do. So it's just a bad idea to be walking on the mud flats if you go to Alaska. So say you're in Anchorage in summertime and you see some tourists out there walking on the mud flats, and you might see the fire department out there with a bullhorn saying, "Get off the mud flats! Get off! Come back!" And you only hope to God that they are listening. Yeah. I'm free of all that now. Thank God. We just have these teeny little snowstorms like every 15 or 20 years. It's amazing. Such an incredibly mild climate. I mean, yeah, we get rain, but that's what we got umbrellas for. Funny, too, because there's people here that just are so whatever, they won't use an umbrella. I'm like, oh, yes, I have to have an umbrella. I'm not going to sit there getting soaking wet for what? Yeah. Thanks for watching Markertown News. And I'm remembering my dad right now. May he rest in peace.